Yeah, I'm just taking a quick ride out here, checking this. This one field I have a second crop here yet. Haven't forgot about it, but with the rain we have, haven't got up here to do it. And monkeying with the going to bag for somebody else. We haven't really had the weather the last couple weeks to make hay anyhow. And that's basically what I got to do is make hay with this because I can't get the chopper and wagons up here. Plus, as you can tell, it's getting full of weeds. And make speed for heifers, they'll pick through it. This field needs plowed, but it's also kind of hard to, like I said, I can't get the chopper wagons up here unless I got some tree limbs back, and I mean, there's quite a bit to cut. It's grown over. What I'm trying to figure out here now is where the hell these tracks are coming from. I mean, this is not my property, so it's relatives that own it. I don't know if they're coming up here hunting, but usually they don't drive through the field like this. Let me say, somebody's drove around this. There is a gas well back in there. And that's supposed to be the driveway right there. But the guys have, I mean, this driveway's so grown up. I don't know the last time anybody's come up here and checked this well, but they've come up here. Let me get up here out of the glare. Have come up here and gone through this. It's usually in the spring though, like there. Right there's the driveway. Where they cross up into the field where they're supposed to cross up in the field's all blocked in. They need a dozer to get up here. But they're not doing nothing with the well anyhow. As far as I know, it's shut down because the pipelines up the road are rusted out. And the relatives that have access, supposed to have gas for their house down here. They live in Michigan, so this is kind of like a summer house, but they come out here year round. But when they're out here now. But the gas line down the house is rusted out, and they want like $7,000 to put new pipe from there down to there, and I mean it's 3/10, maybe a half mile. And it's all steel lined to the ground, and what they do is they'd run a cable up through with a bullet on it, and a plastic gas line, and they'd pull it through, and it'd actually fracture that steel pipe and pull the plastic pipe through it to lay the new pipe. But like I said, they want $7,000. So several years ago, they put propane in down there. But they're supposed to have free gas from this well. But for what they're out here, it doesn't make sense for them to spend that kind of money for the gas. But yeah, I don't understand. Well, whoever went through here went up that way. The grass is all leaning that way. Like I said, I can't say much about it because it's not my property. I just use it. I'll have to ask somebody, like I said, they might have came up here. It's deer season, archery. Some of their friends, somebody might have a stand up there in the woods, I don't know. They might be riding a four-wheeler. There's only one path on this side, but there's 2 or 3 on the other side, so I don't know. Nobody should be up here other than that. But yeah, like I said, this is why it wouldn't make no sense for me to be mowing this hay yet. And you can say, I can't see, but that's dew still on the ground. This is all in shade here. The last 2 days would have been real nice days to make hay. It's been good drying days. But like I say, this here, if I can't get it baled up dry, I can get maybe borrow the neighbor's wrapper and wrap it. But I really don't want to do that, but of course, they've let me use it before just for I pay for the plastic, so as long as I'm doing it. Yeah, I gotta make another run. I was brush hogging the other day, rolled up some rocks, and I'm gonna go clear them off while I remember. So, this is just more hay I gotta try to get mowed here. I hope that ain't coming after me. Like I said, running over here where I brush hogged the other day. And I was going down the road and I just passed a state cop. I'm not supposed to be on the road with these things, I suppose, but get back here in the middle of nowhere where he can't see me. Hope they don't care. He ain't gonna find me now, so. I doubt if anybody picked this thing up. Maybe they did. Where is it? Oh, I know they didn't pick up the other one. I don't see it now. Oh, damn, the thing was right here on top. Am I just that blind? I thought it was right here on the end. Oh, I have to ask him when I see him. Well, I don't believe that. Yes, I had to brush hog this piece. He's got tree stands down there in the end. And it loops around, goes on this other side. Clear back into another corner. Can't believe I can't see that rock. This here too. There's the other one I hit. Well, I didn't hit it, I rolled it up. I know he wouldn't got this one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put this down while I get this thing moved. Yeah, I got that out of the road anyhow. Well, I guess ain't nothing more exciting gonna be up here right out. Let's maybe take a chance holding the phone to the cops down there waiting for me to come back out. Hey, there's no brake light, so I don't think he's going to stop. Holes there. Ruts when they logged this out years ago. Oh well, I guess I'm going to end that here. Headed back up home and get something else done. Well, I thought I'd give you an update what happened. I got pulled over by the cops. When I came back out, I stopped and looked up the road. I didn't see nobody. I figured, you know, we passed. I didn't see no brake lights. He just kept going. Well, the road's come to a T. Well, I got to come up and turn the corner. Well, where this T is the guy that owns the property I went on, and he's a lawyer. And I got milkers leaking. And right at that T, he's got a driveway there. He just built basically a man cave there. It's where he keeps all his stuff. And he's got like rec room type stuff. Like I say, it's a getaway place for him kind of at the moment. It's his hunting ground. And I turned the corner and I looked off to my right, and there was headlights in the driveway. The cop had parked there. And I'm like, crap. You know, like I say, you're not supposed to, four-wheelers are considered off-road. You're not supposed to ride them on the roads. So that's why I figured that it was all what this was going to be about. So I started down the road, and I got, you know, I was maybe a quarter mile down the road, and he never moved. So fine, he's just sitting there, whatever. Well, the next thing he starts following. So I just kept going, and I really thought about pulling off in the one gas well driveway and going back up into that field where I was checking the hay at. But I'm like, nah, that's probably not a good idea. I mean, 9 times out of 10, if you talk to somebody decent and be straightforward with them, they really don't care, you know, they work with you. So I kept going up the road, and the next thing, you know, his blinkers come on. He toots a siren, and I figure, well, I get up to where the heifer barn is, I'll pull off the driveway there. So I pulled off. He actually tooted his siren a second time. So I pulled off, stopped. He comes out and asks me if I had permission to go back in there or go on that property. And I told him, yeah, I know Grant, that I work the ground and all that. Well, that's what happened. He knows Grant too, from whatever court cases they end up being on. And he called Grant and asked him if he knew anybody who was supposed to be on, that's on a green four-wheeler that should be back there. And he's like, no, and asked him to keep an eye on it. So that's what he did. So like I said, I told him I just went back there, I had done brush hogging and wanted to pick up them rocks. And I even told him I was going to text Grant when I got home here to ask him if he picked up that one rock. And I even said to him, I thought maybe he'd pull me over because of the four-wheeler on the road. He's like, yeah, I mean, he's real cool about it. He says, well, if you're not hurting nothing, not bothering nobody, he really don't care. And like I say, it shouldn't matter out here in the middle of nowhere in the country. You know, just about everybody rides four-wheelers on the road around here, so, you know, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And he wasn't concerned about that. You know, he knows Grant and was concerned about somebody trespassing. So he just took my name and phone number down, and so I got home here, and I texted Grant, and I texted him, I said, thanks for sicking the cops on me, and I put smiley faces on there laughing. And I told him I just went back there to pick up some rocks so I don't forget about them for next year. And then I asked him if he had picked up that one, and he texted back and he laughed and said, yeah, he knew the cop and all that. He gave me that whole story. So, and he said, yeah, he did pick up that rock. So I have no harm, no foul, but yeah, get pulled over by the cops in my own neighborhood type deal, you know, so. That's all that ended up being. So I gotta catch these. And it's like I told Grant and the cop too, I said, I fully understand this, because like I said, I just went up in that hayfield, and I found tracks and crossed through that. Like I say, I can't say somebody was trespassing up in there. It could, like I say, it could be just relatives or friends of theirs that are hunting up there or something. But normally they do stay on the outside. It's the 2 tracks in the middle, that track on the outside next to that gas well driveway, that don't bother me. It's the ones up through the middle of the field. I mean, like I say, I don't mind people riding around there, but don't go through the middle of the field. The one that really pissed me off is the Springs, the neighbor kid that did donuts out here in the hayfield. I mean, he didn't hurt nothing. He was on ice and snow, but just the fact that he thinks he can come up onto our property and do that, do it on your own property, you know. So that's what that turned out to be. I can't. So there's something else I was going to mention too, and I can't remember now. Oh, the one thing I thought he was going to be pulling me over for, and I don't know if it makes it illegal or not. Somebody told me, because when I bought the four-wheeler, you know, it's got to be registered. I got a license plate for it. And somebody told me if you got that license plate, you can ride it on the roads, which I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you need a license plate to ride it on state game lands, but I don't think a license plate gives you permission to ride them on the road. But either way, I haven't renewed the registration on that. I'm not going to pay somebody 25 bucks or whatever it is a year to ride my own four-wheeler on my own property. You know, I'm not going on anybody else's, or, well, anybody else's that I don't know that I'm got a reason to be back here for. I mean, I'm not joyriding on somebody else's property or going on game lands. And like I say, if I'm going on somebody else's property, it's like that, to go pick up a rock or check the hayfield or whatever. You know, it's part of what I'm doing. It's the only reason why I'm going back here. But so that was a little bit of my excitement for today. So I guess I'm going to end it there. So thanks for watching, and hopefully tomorrow won't be quite as exciting. I mean, it wasn't that exciting either, but maybe it'll be a normal day tomorrow. So we'll catch up with you later.